I'm gonna do a quick video on proper terminology to use when you're grappling. Not just with females, not just with kids, also with guys. Because a lot of times, especially from the old school, me and this guy have been training together over 20 years, the old school way of training was, come here, get on the ground, man. Spread your legs open. All right, lock me in around there. Good. All right. You can't do that to each and everybody because you can't put your hand here, especially if somebody doesn't know what's going on. You don't want to put your hands here, telling someone to spread their legs and things like that. So I'm going to give you a different example because you have to think some people want to wrestle, they want to grapple, but they feel uncomfortable because somebody's really, really close to them. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say, and they may not feel comfortable telling the person that they don't feel comfortable. So what I like to do, especially for us when we're grappling with children and you have people from different sizes and different backgrounds, you know what kind of trauma that someone's been through. So for example, what I'll say is, let's say this is a brand new student and they're coming into class, they want to grapple, the parents are okay with them grappling, but we want them to feel comfortable. So what I'll say is, hey, what we're going to do today, we're going to work on jiu-jitsu, and I'm going to get inside of your guard, or you might get inside of someone else's guard. First thing I'm going to have you do is have a seat on your bottom. Notice I said bottom and not butt. So we don't want to refer to someone's butt in class, which we call it their bottom, which is the bottom of them. Now, from here, bring your feet together. Just put them flat together. Good. Now, from here, most people would say do what? Spread your legs open. Instead, the terminology we use is spread your feet apart. It gets the same result, but it sounds a lot better. From here, especially if it's the first time getting inside someone's guard, you want to do everything slow. You don't want to. If it's the first time for someone actually pulling guard on someone, you want to make sure they feel comfortable every step of the way. So for example, I'll have Coach Deuce sit up, he'll grab my wrist, he'll pull me into his guard, and then he'll close his guard. And then from here, I'll actually explain to him, closing your guard is locking your ankles together behind the person. So again, we're using terms like your bottom, spread your feet apart, and guard, versus saying spread your legs open, okay, now close your legs, okay, now I'm gonna push your legs. And of course, being careful where you put your hands, because it's totally different on a guy than it is a girl, if that makes sense, okay? So there's a couple tips that you can use in your gym so you can stay safe and make people feel comfortable and want to come back and train with you. Thank you, sir. I'll let you in your guard. Deuce, Coach Akiano. We're gonna go over first how to escape from a guillotine. So, Coach Deuce, put this guy in a guillotine. Now, a lot of times what you'll see people do is they'll take both hands and they go 2-on-1 and they start attacking this hand, which is not bad because you can actually pry that person's arm open and get out of there. But we're gonna show you a different technique that you can use to actually get out. So what Akiano is gonna do first is he's gonna take his left arm and reach over high and put it on Coach Deuce's back. This kind of prevents Coach Deuce from using leverage to kind of sink his hips in because he's able to keep him more straight and erect. Over here, he's gonna take his hand, zoom in with the camera a little bit, and he's gonna attack, rotate a little bit so they can see it. He's gonna attack Coach Deuce right here so he can break that free, okay? Do what you do, sir. As soon as he does, as you can see, he's pushing his hips up. He's looking up because he doesn't want Deuce to re-engage that guillotine. From here, he's gonna come around, take his back, and from here, he's gonna take him down. Nice. Stop right there. So you'll notice the way he took him down, he did not pull him down on top of him because he doesn't want this guy to be stuck on top of him. He took him down where he's able to escape. Let's do it one more time, fellas. Nice. All right.
Where's my money, G?
Guillotine escape. This time is going to be a little more dynamic because this guy's going to pick me up. As soon as he puts his head down, I'm going right in for my guillotine. When I go in for my guillotine here, Deuce is going to do the same thing. He's going to reach over my back, kind of preventing me from sinking my hips in a little tighter, and then he's going to take the opposite hand, reach in, grab my thigh, pick me up. My subscribers went from 88 to 2,500. Thank you, Icy Mike. I'm gonna put a picture of Icy Mike up. We're gonna do the same thing to escape the guillotine. This time he's gonna put the bee sting in it. And when Logan reacts to the bee sting, and we don't want it to be fake, only if you feel it, Logan, try to get up out of there. And then he's gonna show you a twist on what he could do to actually improve his position. So. Guillotine locks in. Deuce, explain what you're doing right here.
When I shoot my overhand,
Yep.
releasing that pressure. Slight check with my head looking up
Yep.
at my eyebrows,
Okay.
aiming to the sky. Take that, pinch. Like Coach Ronald says, just a little bit of skin, just enough. And now twist. There's that movement. We see Logan bend down. As soon as he bends, I'm going to adjust my hips in, grabbing this lat muscle that Logan worked so hard on for me. I'll pinch here, roll him over.
Now from here, Deuce, correct me if I'm wrong, you can pry this hand off and go for mount, right?
Absolutely.
This choke out there. Face the camera. Face the camera. Now, y'all familiar with this one? Squeeze. Yes, rear naked choke. Now, you can do this. You need another option. For example, he has a strong brother named Noah. If Noah see me choking out his brother like this, you better believe Noah's coming to punch me in my face and get me off his brother. All right. So now what we do is we have a one-arm choke. So the arm still comes in under the same direction, under the neck. I'm lining up my elbow with his chin, and I'm going to take this hand, instead of locking it to my bicep, grabbing my shoulder, pushing his head forward and squeezing, I'm actually going to grab the back of my head like this. Now when I look up here, that's going to apply the pressure. So I can say, Noah, back up. This time I do a little bit faster, and I only want him to tap if he feels it, okay? Ready, sir? All right. So you have a rear choke with one arm, which means this arm is available. So if this arm had to be used to actually give somebody commands, draw a weapon, or open up a car door to get in it, whatever the case is, you still have your other arm free. Thank you. Peace.
Because there was another one. Yeah, arms here.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's it.
Now,
I knew you had some more in you.
take your fist onto his tailbone.
Like this.
Boom! Explode.
Beanies.
Bend your knees. There you go.
Hello out there. I put a video up yesterday and I was kicking pads with one of my coaches, and my coach was turning his hip over. Boom, kicking. When I was kicking more straight like that. So of course, I got a good friend of mine who inboxes me whenever he sees that I do things that he considers to be wrong. So this video is for him. So there's a reason for that, I promise you, because I knew you were gonna say something about it, even though I love you, sir. I'm not gonna use your name, you know who you are. So if you throw a body kick or a head kick or a leg kick and you wanna generate maximum power, let's see if I can get here where y'all can see it. You actually wanna rotate your foot and turn your hips over. You wanna rotate and turn them over. You wanna rotate, boom, turn your hips over, pointing your chest and cutting through the target. However, if you throw a kick more straight, not turning it over like this, but actually bring it up more straight, you would do that if the opponent you were fighting or the object you were kicking was actually leaning close in towards your leg. So let's say, for example, I threw a hard left hook, the person's head leaned this way. There's no need for me to turn my hips over. I can kick him in the head. Number two, if I throw that kick straight up without turning my hips over, I could do it, set it up for a Superman punch. I would not do a Superman punch like this. Turn the hips over, bring it back, punch. I would go up, up. Now, of course, with the Superman punch, it doesn't have to be a kick. It can be a knee, and most of the time, it's a fake knee to generate that power. So again, if the target you're hitting is straight, up and down, like this bag, do you need to turn your hips over for maximum power? Yes, turn them over. But if the object you're kicking is leaning this way, or you're setting up a different technique, you can get away with kicking straight, setting up the other technique, heads off to the side, boom, knock the head off the shoulders. Oish.